right. There we go. There we go. And we are live. Okay. And we are live. Okay. Get these guys on. These guys on. What up, Tristan? How we doing? Doing something a little different today. Normally we are building new computers. Today, fixing my in-laws' laptop. And to start with that, we need to get rid of all this old tape, and then we'll use this new tape to hold on the new screen. This is the old screen here. It's not working. So everything else on here seemed to work. I redid the thermal paste. I checked that the RAM was seated well. Everything turns on when I power it up, even without the battery in. So I think the battery is still fine, but the screen would not light up. So we're pretty sure it's the screen. We're gonna start with that. It was actually pretty cheap. The new screen is only like 60 bucks. So we are rolling with that. The screen, at least, is definitely a problem. So we'll start with that, and hopefully that'll fix everything. If not, we'll have to keep checking, but hopefully we can get a few more years of life out of this old laptop. Hopefully we can get a few more years of life out of this old laptop. Just pulling all this old electronics tape out of here. Just pulling all this old electronics tape out of here. Oh man. Wish it wouldn't tear on me all the time. Wish it wouldn't tear on me all the time. This is tedious. It's tedious. Ooh, we got a nice bit out of that right there. What up? How we doing, Art? What up? How we doing, Art? Welcome to the stream. How we doing, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. How we doing, everybody? Happy Monday. Stuff really doesn't like me, does it? Stuff really doesn't like me, does it? What up, Luisa? How we doing? What up, Luisa? How we doing? Or Luis, right? Not Luisa. What up, Luisa? Or Luis, right? Not Luisa. Oh yeah. Oh, I got so much out of that one on one pull. Oh, I got so much out of that. What up, Gaming? I wish it wouldn't cut off your guys' names so I could read the whole thing. I wish it wouldn't cut off your guys' names so I could read the whole thing. Oh, that one came off so easy. I feel like I'm gonna be really disappointed with these other ones after how easy that last one just came off. I feel like I'm gonna be really disappointed with these other ones after how easy that last one just came off. Maybe it was just that left side, I don't know. Maybe it was just that left side, I don't know. Nope, this one's being a pain now. going on, everybody? How we doing? Just pulling all this old electronics adhesive tape off so that I can put the new stuff on with our new screen. Yo, what up, General? How we doing? New stuff on with our new screen. Yo, what up, General? How we doing? Yo, DT Productions coming in with the follow on Tubes. Thank you. Or subscribe on the Tubes. Thank you. Or subscribe on the Tubes. And Maurice. Yo, what up, MJ? How we doing? Yo, what up, MJ? How we doing? Just pulling all this stuff off so I can get some nice fresh electronics tape down to hold the new screen in. I checked to make sure the new screen does connect to this. I purchased it off eBay using the model part number thing from the back of this screen, so we're pretty confident that it's the same and that it'll work. But we'll see. What up, Dirk? Oh, the audio loop. Oh, okay, hold on. I can fix that. Oh, the audio loop. I know what that is. I know what that is. It does this to me every time, and I don't know why. There we go. Okay, that should fix the audio loop. I don't know why it does that. Echo should be gone now. It's something to do with the TikTok live, like studio or whatever on Chrome. It plays audio back through Chrome for whatever reason, even if I have it muted. Doesn't make sense, but that's what it is. Yo, a bunch of new subs. Thank you guys. Now you're talking to yourself. I mean, I do talk to myself sometimes. So you know, don't put that past me. Oh, yes. Just one more string left to go. Oh, yes. You're going, getting sick, came home to a house full of sick people. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my wife came down with like a cough and like sore throat recently. I feel like I kind of have it now too. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully we're done with that. I don't think mine's too bad. I sounded like a smoker yesterday though. Come on. Come on, just give me all of that in one go. Yes! Tiny little bit left there. Get that out of here. There we go. There's all that old tape gone. Oh, I said talking to yourself is a sign of intelligence? Exactly. Well, there's no one else in the room for me to talk to, you guys. You guys are still hearing the echo right now? What the heck? You guys are still hearing the echo right now? Dude, something TikTok always does this to me, man. I don't know what it is. I have it muted. Open volume. Oh my God. Google, I set it to 0, Google. Stay at 0. Dude, I don't know what that is. It's so annoying. It happens every time. I don't know how to fix it. There we go. Okay. So, old panel, new panel on the floor still. I mean, it's on packaging, but it's on the floor. But now we need this. These are adhesive strips. I didn't know that it was going to come with these, which is really nice. I bought some of this really thin stuff for like small electronics, but this is like purpose designed for this stuff. Yo, MD coming in with all those likes over there. Yo, what up, Robert? How we doing? My day is going well. We're just here building the computer. Well, not really building the computer. We're fixing a laptop. Hopefully. All right, so the old one only had 2 just on each of these sides. So we're probably good with just 2. I don't think we need to put a 3rd one on here like in the center or anything.
Do you know how to make an Intel Mac Mini into a home assistant
originally.
server, sir?
Do you know how to make an Intel Mac Mini into a home assistant server? No, I don't. I could probably figure it out if I tried, but I don't know how to do that. Sounds good. Now let's go. What laptop is it? It is a Lenovo IdeaPad. It's a Lenovo IdeaPad with like a little 2.5-inch SATA hard drive, and then it has a Core i3 10th gen. So not exactly great hardware, but when they're your in-laws, they get it free labor on this work, so it doesn't really cost them too much to get it fixed. And this way, at least, like, they'll be able to recover all their data too. I mean, we could have just pulled this SATA out and recovered the data, I'm sure, but this way, it's a lot easier. Free labor is a good price. You can't beat free, right? All right, let's pull this tab off. There we go. Okay, so that is the sticky protection here. I might not have put these up high enough to actually reach them the next time, but I don't think this laptop is gonna survive getting another screen, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so there is our old screen. Here is our new screen, protective film and all. Do I fix video game controllers? I haven't. Yo, what up, Barbie? Hope you have a Merry Christmas. Hey, thank you, thank you. I did have a good Christmas. It was very nice. I'm glad to be back in the swing of things, but it was definitely nice to have a bit of a break, you know? All right, so here's our new connector in there. Well, I guess old connector into our new screen, and that's all that is. It's just slide in there, pop it down, a little latch to hold it on, and that's in. Now, all we gotta do is put this back. Kind of feed this back through where it was. And then we gotta put this guy. Gotta make sure we place it right, otherwise, you know, you don't really get 2 attempts at that. It's got a bunch of little kind of things it looks like to make sure it gets placed in the right spot. If you push it up against those on the top side. All right, there we go. That looks like it's in the right spot. Everything looks good. So, gonna fit that back down into its slot. All right, and then we're just gonna press it down a little bit. Not hard, just enough. I have a backbone controller with a broken lightning port. Oh.
Is this function only available on
I mean, that is something
kit?
I could probably fix. Backbone should fix it if it's not that old. But if they are not willing to, I mean, I could give it a try. Be a little soldering probably. Yeah, text-to-speech. Text-to-speech should work on the tubes as well. It should work on the red site. You hate autocorrect. Portable electronic destruction. 45% plastic snaps, 50% glue, and 5% screws. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. That thing is probably... Yeah. Seems like it's on there. Okay. I think at this point, because of the bezel, we probably need to take this protective thing off now. Ooh, nice matte finish. The old one had like more of a glossy finish. There. You got it in 2024? It should still be good then. I mean, Backbone hasn't been around for that long, so I would assume that it should still be under warranty, right? All right, so there's that. Oh, I should probably put the bezel back on before I do anything else. That would be a good idea. So the bezel did have some tape holding it down as well. I probably should replace some of that tape. What up, Lemons? How we doing? Maybe it is a good thing I bought all that tape. Yeah. All right, this is gonna take a little while. I'm gonna move this out of the way so that we can't damage it. And then we're gonna bring this front and center, start pulling off all this old tape. Who'd have thought that half of this stream is just gonna be me removing old tape? I didn't know. What PC should I get for Roblox and Minecraft? I'm saving right now for a gaming PC. Not to my knowledge, neither of those are super graphically intensive. So you could get a pretty budget-friendly PC to run those. Like even like the little gamer PC, it's called the gamer PC on my website. Like that would run both of those with no problem whatsoever. Like unless you're trying to play stuff in 4K or something, then you would be good with that. And that one runs a little over $1,000. If I can get my hands on some Intel Arc B580s, I want to put those as a pre-built on my website because that is such a budget-friendly powerhouse of a GPU. I really want to get that on my website, but can't seem to buy one right now. Well, not without paying like double the normal price. Like Newegg has some on their website, but they're the ones that are like almost $400, and you're like, well, this card is definitely worth it at $250 to $280, but at $400, it's not really that worth it anymore. It does seem to compete fairly well with the 4060 Ti, which is around $400, but I think perception of value is probably not there, just because it's Intel. It's not Nvidia, you know? Yeah, I really do think they will be. Like if they keep going the way they did with the B580 and the B570 when it comes out, I think they'll be a great budget competitor. That right now, the only way to go like that sort of budget is to buy like older generation GPUs, like a 6650 or something, or a 6600. And that Intel Arc B580 like destroys the 6650. Again, it even beats out the 4060, which is more expensive. And it seems to be almost on par with the 4060 Ti, which is a lot more expensive. So I really hope they keep doing that, because that's a really good spot in the market for them. They just need to have more stock. Which is kind of the story with everybody right now, but I think down the road they could try to compete on the higher end. I just don't think their technology and stuff is there yet. Come on. Stuff is really stuck in there. These are like sharp little pliers too, and they just gummed up. There we go. Maybe if I just get the right angle at it. Yo, what up, Oliver? How we doing? Which laptop can I get right now for under $600? For a computer engineering student? Ooh, that's tough. If you're stuck at $600, I mean, computer engineering, if you're just doing like coding type stuff and not like gaming type engineering, then honestly, you could probably get something that just has a solid CPU and doesn't have any dedicated graphics, and that might be the best way to go to get the most bang for your buck. But I couldn't tell you like what model and stuff to get. I don't deal with laptops much. But I would look at like the type of programs and stuff that you'll be using in school and see what their like requirements are, like what their minimum and recommended requirements are, because that's probably gonna be the best way to understand what sort of resources you need in your system, you know? You probably could. I mean, I'm almost done already. I don't think it's worth the cost. Like, these tools are very cheap, and some of them were free with other work that I've done, so I don't think it's worth that effort. Because it's not technically glue, it's like adhesive tape, so. But it's coming off fine. If I did a lot of like small electronics and laptop repair, it might be worth it to invest in something like that, but I don't do that much. I mostly focus on desktops. There we go. It's all gone. All right, let's get some of this tape here. And I think they just did it on the top and bottom, so we'll do that as well. All right, here's a little tape on the bottom. Get another strip on top. Come on. This tape is almost too wide for the top. There we go. Got our new tape installed. Let's pull the protective bit off if we can. There we go. How's everybody doing today? Happy Monday, happy post-Christmas, almost New Year's. There we go. There's all that. All right. Now, we're ready to put this back on to our screen. Don't think I'll need these anymore. So this guy goes just like so. Make sure it's right over that camera. Okay. Okay, got that all nice and popped back in. Okay. Got that all nice and popped back in. Look at that. Looks brand new now. This is a little bowed. I didn't do that. It was like that, but it's hard to tell maybe in the video, but it is a little bowed. That's okay. All right. So now we got to get this whole thing back into the computer, into the chassis, as it were. I think that's backwards. Oh, it is. It is backwards. So it goes this way. Don't fall out of there. This guy's gonna go right through that little passageway. This guy's gonna go right through that little passage right there. Come on. There we go. All right. So got that in there. Now we just need to kind of slide it around until we can get it like that. Don't crimp that cable. Okay. So that is in place. I believe these are the screws we want for that. I have the wrong tip on here. Much rather work on a desktop? Yeah, for sure. Working on a desktop is much better than a laptop. I mean, I have a laptop for work as well, for like my day job. And it does okay. All right, there we go. Got that one in. So one thing that did happen when I was pulling this apart is the insert over here in this corner was completely broken out. Like before I even touched it, it had just like, the plastic had broken. So we're only gonna have 3 screws holding this hinge in, unfortunately. All right, I actually want the slightly bigger one for these. But it should be fine. It's just, it's not ideal, you know? All right, I got that nice and tight. That one nice and tight. This one nice and tight. So technically there should be 4. There should be one more right here, but that whole pillar like collapsed before I could even pull it apart. So I don't know if I can actually, we can try and put it back in. Let's see what happens. if you can say, what is your day job? Oh yeah, I'm an engineer for a company called Proterra. Yeah, see that doesn't even do anything. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Don't know if there's anything I can really do with that, to be honest. Go, put that back there. I guess there is another screw hole here. I could use this other screw hole. It's not going to be as good. There is a hole here. Okay. So you did use that. Oh, I think those are chassis screw holes. I don't think I can use that. I think that's why there was none here on this side either. Yeah, I think those are chassis screw holes. Okay. So it'll get held down a little bit better once the base is on, but I can't hold it down right now. Yeah, that thread is all cockeyed and stuff inside. Okay. So now that that is there, we need to fit this plastic piece back on. I want to put the base back on here just to keep it safe. Like how professional I'm doing this? Oh, thank you. Pretty sure. Oh wait, was I supposed to put this on before I put that back on? I think I was supposed to put this on before I put the screen back on. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I am pretty sure I was. So we're gonna take a step back. I watched like a 5-minute YouTube video on this the other day in order to take it apart, and I'm trying to recreate that in my mind. Oh, see, look at this whole thing is coming out on this side too. Look at that. That whole thread is coming out. Yep. Looks like somebody bashed up this corner real good. This laptop has definitely seen better days. Yo, what up, Trogs? How we doing? Woo. There we go. Yeah. That whole insert just came right out. Super cool. See if I can hold it there. There we go. There we go. See that? Here. I don't know if you guys can see that at all, but both of the inserts over here are just completely trashed. That one just popped right out. I don't think I have any super glue, or else I'd try and just put it back in. Okay, you can see this is a piece of, oh. This is a piece of the support plastic that was holding that nutsert in, the little brass insert. So now it's just free floating in there. 'Cause I'm free. Maybe I can do it with my little baby ones. Okay, let me see. Do I have super glue of some sort here? I don't think I do. If I did, it would be in here. Maybe here. Some extra tape. Lots of extra thermal paste. Lots of zip ties. Don't think I have any glue. I have lubricant. Anti-seize for another video I want to make. Anything useful in here? That's thermal paste. That's adhesive remover. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much. Not really seeing anything in here I can use. Rubbing alcohol. Yeah, I don't think that hinge is ever going to be the same, but we'll do what we can, I suppose. All right, so this guy needs to get put back on here. Probably this orientation here. There it goes. See? Now I can put this back on. Yeah, I really wish I had something I could put in there, but I just don't. Look, thing's disintegrating on me. There's nothing I can do. At least bolt this right side of the hinge down. There we go. Okay. Well, we're gonna see what happens. Trying to put a screw back in there. Don't know if this is gonna work at all, but we'll find out. All right, that's better than nothing, I suppose. Gently fold that down. All right, so technically our screen is all reattached as much as it can be. Got that over there. Now let's plug in. So these are the connectors that go from the screen back to the motherboard. So we got this tiny little white connector here. Let's grab these. This tiny little white connector here. We can try and put in. I'm afraid to use that because it's metal. Where's my little plastic guy? I have a little plastic guy around here somewhere. It's like a wedge on one side and a point on the other. Is it underneath all my tape? Yes, it is. There we go. That's what I want. This little guy. Because it's plastic in it. Hopefully it won't break anything. I need like my 5-year-old to come do this for me because I feel like her hands would actually be small enough to do this. Not saying child labor is good, but they designed this to where it seems like child labor is almost necessary. There we go. That is in. Let's make sure it's seated all the way. Okay. That seems like it's seated. Now we've got this little ribbon cable, so we'll flip up that latch. Stay open, latch. Okay. Push that all the way in. Latch comes down. There we go. Okay, so that's the only connections that need to be made from the screen back. The other thing that comes through there is we have these 2 cables here, and these are for the, they were on this side the whole time, but I'm wondering if they're supposed to be on the other side. These are for the Wi-Fi antenna. I think it's fine. So these run from the top of the screen is like your Wi-Fi antenna, like it acts as the actual antenna. And then they run from there all the way back to the Wi-Fi card, which is this little guy here. So I just got to reroute them back through all these little things. So it's nice and clean. Gotta do one at a time because there's not enough space for 2 at a time. Okay. And there we go. Now the fun part, plugging them in, because, oh wait, I got one more. These connectors are the worst. Oh, never mind, that was easy. I've had these connectors take me forever before, like on a new card. It's very hard to tell if you're centered on it. There we go. Wi-Fi card is reinstalled. And I think now, before we even put the battery back in, so the battery is completely out of the equation, I think we should power it on and just see if we get anything. One thing to note, this actually does have an extra M.2 slot, so you could potentially get away from the hard drive and go to a M.2 SSD. Okay, let's get, I have the power cable still here. Just finished assembling Lewis's first telescope. Ooh, that sounds fun. All right, so new screen, no battery. Let's see what happens. Went black for a second, I went and changed color. I hear stuff spinning in here. Give it a minute. Power light on. Power light on. Uh-oh. This could be more than a screen issue. At that point, I think you just have to get a new computer. See, you could hear the hard drive kick off there. CPU fan starts spinning for a second. And it seems like it goes back off after a couple of seconds. Yeah, it just kicked back off already. So we're getting power there. We'll do a few hard reboots. Yo, what up? How we doing, Fellwolf? Do a couple of hard reboots here, but we may have other issues here. Unfortunately on this, like, you can't replace the CPU. You can replace the RAM. Still hear the hard drive spinning, so I don't think that's the problem because it's not even getting to a boot. I wish I had more SODIMM RAM sitting around so that I could try that out. Yeah, I repasted the CPU. Try powering it on one more time. I'll throw the battery in here too after this attempt just to see if that makes any difference. I don't think it would, but it could. Nope, still nothing. Okay, power back off. Pull that out. Gently close this because that left side is not secured to anything. All right, let's put our battery back in. What up, girl dad? How we doing? You made sure it worked before we put it together? I mean, I attempted to make sure that I put it together right, but like, there's no way to test if it was working because it wasn't working at all. Like, it's doing the exact same thing that it was doing before. I tried testing out, oh, you mean like the screen? Well, at that point, that screen is so bad that, like, I think we needed to replace the screen anyways, but no, I did not test it out. I probably should have, but I think at this point they were gonna get a new screen no matter what. All right, battery's plugged in. Let's see what happens. This battery should be fully charged. CPU fan spinning. I heard the hard drive kick on. Fubar dang autocorrect. Mubarak. Yeah, it may be Fubar in general. The only other thing that I'd be willing to do, because RAM is so cheap, we could buy new RAM, or like new to us RAM and put it in there. I can see how much like a replacement motherboard would be, because technically all their data is stored still. So if I bought a new motherboard for this and basically replace the entire laptop besides like the battery and cooler. Yeah, still nothing. We can try and do like the quick cycles to see if we get to like a recovery screen or something. But the fact that we're not getting anything on here, I think means we have a different problem. Don't think it's the screen. Just doing a couple of quick reboots. Pull the drive and image it. Yeah, I'm tempted. If only it used regular SATA connectors, that would be real cool. It always makes such a promising sound, you know? I was going to say, can you try an external display? Yeah, I tried an external display on it before we even ordered a new screen. I couldn't get anything on that either. They seemed convinced it was the screen, so that's kind of why we went that path, but I think it might not be the screen. Yep, I'm gonna say this guy is sort of dead right now. Doesn't seem like it'd be too hard to replace the motherboard. Got a couple connectors here. I think this would just come off. Good connector there. Couple connectors there. There. Seems pretty straightforward. I think that might be our next step. I mean, we could check getting another kit of RAM too, but I think it's going to be go to eBay and see how much we can get a new motherboard for. That's a bummer. Well, I get to give the good news to my wife. And by good news, I mean not good news. I'm gonna see how much that costs and see if we can scrounge this, because this is still, you know, the rest of it is still in okay shape. But I just hate to have them spend 60 bucks and then throw it away. Although I guess that's cheaper than I would have charged them for diagnostics on something like this, or the work to do it, so. Pull this battery out. There we go. All right. Well, shall we head over to my other computer and see how much it costs? I think that's the next step. Let's see. Hold on. Gotta move some cameras around so you guys can see me over there. picture of this motherboard with my phone. Got some stuff right there. Perfect. All right. Let's go get this hooked up. All right, then. Let's see if I can move all you guys back to my other monitor. Where's my battery? There's the battery. All right. Here, I'm just gonna flip this around for a second until I get that ready to go. Okay, let's get OBS. That one. Scene. Vertical scene. Hold on, I'm trying to find the right scene. I think it's this one. Okay. All right, I got my Rode mic on there. Do I have that on my other one? XLR broadcast. I need the Rode mic on here. There we go. Okay. Now everyone should be able to hear me. Everyone should be able to see me. Get my chats over here. All right. Now I can see you guys. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Oh, no. Oh, I can do that. Take a look at eBay. Pull up this picture. See how much it costs for a new motherboard. $116. See if that looks like the same thing. That looks right to me. So 116. What kind of RAM does that use? Let me check. Pull this RAM out. Let's see. 3200A. So the stuff is DDR4. Let's check. So some used SODIMM RAM, 22 bucks. Feels kind of expensive for that. Get $14 B&H photo. Let's see what Newegg has. No, it definitely said SODIMM. Laptop memory. DDR4 3200. Apply. Lowest price. I want 8 gigs. Team Group Elite for $12. CL22 3200. Seems like most of these are CL22. That's fine. So that still feels like cheaper than trying to, because I don't think I have the right attached, I don't think I have the right stuff to pull data off this thing. Sorry, I'm back at the laptop for just a second here. Let me see if I can get this guy off. See what kind of connector it uses. If it uses an actual SATA, that would be one thing. Oh, it does use actual SATA. It just has a wonky format. Okay. So I can recover all of the data and it will only cost them a total of $65. Or we can get them a new motherboard, which is most likely the problem, and a new stick of RAM just in case. I would probably buy the stick of RAM first, or at least test out the stick of RAM first and see if that works. And then if that doesn't work, then we would switch to the new motherboard. But that most likely is going to be 130 plus the 60 we already spent, so almost $200. It's kind of a lot for a pretty old laptop. I mean, it's 10th gen, it's not that old, but it's old enough that they could get something better for not much more money. Okay. Well, I think we may have to call the stream here, and I need to make a phone call and see what they want to do. Because I am not the right person to make this decision. This is on them. All right, we're gonna call the stream here. I'm gonna give my wife a call. We'll talk to her parents, and then we'll see what they want to do with their laptop, because it wasn't the screen. All right, y'all. Have a great night. If you're on Kick, I'll probably be back on in a little bit on Kick to play some retro video games. All right, have a good night. Bye.